Hey guys, Common Man 91 here with you today, and right now I'm holding the oh so popular Glock 19. It is chambered in 9mm, which most of you know this is a mid-size 9mm offered from Glock. The weight of this gun is approximately 21 ounces unloaded, and loaded you're looking at close to 30 ounces. This is due in part to the polymer frame, which is considerably lighter than steel or aluminum, but it still holds up against strenuous fire and is very safe against sweat, perspiration, and any sort of moisture. And that's pretty much where Glock shines and has become such a big name in law enforcement and stuff along the lines of that. The magazine capacity for this gun is going to be 15 rounds standard, but it can accept any larger 9mm magazine from Glock. The 17, the 19, and the 33. This particular gun is Generation 3. You can tell all threes by the rail here, which you can mount your accessories, and your extractor, which doubles as a loaded chamber indicator on the later models. This is a striker-fired pistol, which means it has a spring-loaded firing pin, unlike a lot of the double actions or single actions. You do not have an external hammer. You do not have a hammer at all. And that's what makes this different from a whole lot of pistols, and has really brought in part a lot of the new pistols you're going to be seeing today, such as the XDS, the XDMs, anything that is striker fired pretty much originated from Glock. Now I'm going to show you that this gun is unloaded. I do not have a magazine inside the gun, and I do not have one inside the chamber. What makes this gun intriguing to a lot of people is going to be that you're going to have a consistent trigger pull each and every time you pull the trigger. You can get lighter trigger pulls and install in this, but I personally love what you're going to get from the factory, which is about 5.5. It's just a real clean break. And as you can see, there's a little bitty lever here, and that's in part of the safe action. That's the only safety you're really going to be able to feel or see on this gun. We won't go into detail about this on this particular video. Moving on, we're going to go to accessories. You can get so many accessories for this gun because Glocks have been around for a while, and you can put just about anything on them. Right now, we have the Crimson Trace laser on it, which is pressure activated, As you can see, you just squeeze the grip, and the laser is going to come up for you. And we also have the Crimson Trace flashlight, which makes it perfect for home defense, especially if you're a woman or a smaller person. These guns do not recoil a lot, and they're the perfect size for you to maneuver. The only downside of that is you do have a lengthy pull on it, but my wife uses it perfect, can shoot it way better than I can, and she has no complaints. This is an amazing first gun. Pretty much, it's reliable, it's not that expensive, and it's easy to use. You put your magazine in, you pull your slide back, and you can fire your rounds. And another thing that helps is how easy this gun is to reload, and I think it's a big contributing factor for you getting your new gun. Now, you're going to want to grab it right where you kind of have that beaver tail there. Take a grip, and just kind of squeeze. You're going to see, you can see the barrel a little bit, and you got two little levers right here. I'm not sure if you can see them. You got one on this side and one on your other side here. You're going to pull both of those down, release the slide, pull the trigger, and there you go. It is ready to clean. It's very simple to take apart. You can see I took out my guide rod there. That is not the stock guide rod. That is the Lone Wolf stainless steel. I installed it pretty much just for a little bit better balance. Your barrel's really easy to take out. You just push it forward a little bit and pull it out. And installation's just as easy as taking it apart, if not easier. Put your barrel back in. Put your guide rod back in. Then you slip your slide back on there. Now, the biggest downside you're going to hear with this particular gun is going to be that it's chambered in 9mm, which a lot of people do not like. I personally think it's a great round. It has a light recoil. It's perfect for someone beginning. It is more than enough stopping power for being your personal defense weapon. I do recommend getting some sort of hollow point, such as my favorite is the Hornady Critical Duty 135 grains. I'm going to give you the specs for this round, which I got off the Hornady website. At the muzzle, you're looking at 1,010 feet per second at 306 foot-pounds of energy. Now that's pretty considerable. That's going to do quite a bit of damage. But you have to remember you have 15 rounds. If you put all that together, that's 4,590 foot-pounds of energy you're packing in 20 ounces of gun. That is incredible. But then after those bullets hit something, they're going to expand, which those are Hornadys at 15.25 inches of penetration. You're looking at over ½ an inch wide. That's more than the 44 not being a hollow point. If you shot just a full metal jacket, 44, 45, that's less than your hollow point 9mm. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to comment.